Hello and welcome to another episode of Squirtified Engineering. I'm Sprutis, and in today's Supra episode we are of course continuing with the to-do list, which I keep checking off points on it, but I also keep adding other stuff. But the stuff that I'm adding are sort of minor things. So we installed the main part of the drive shafts in the last episode, so that was a big important thing. So hopefully I will be able to torque the nuts on them out near the hub, and also the wastegate lid and the hoses for that. So I will just jump straight in. So I have uncovered a bit of my Supra, and I've already done a bit of work. There is a drop on the floor, but it's not the normal red color. So hopefully that's only remaining perhaps a bit of oil mixed with mostly brake cleaner and something like that. So whatever. Hopefully that's not a problem. And what else? I had forgotten to tighten this fitting, so that's done. I had to readjust my hose clamp going down here to the block where every hose down there is connected. And also I installed the correct pins and hold down bracket for the front brake pads. So the brakes are completely done now, which is quite cool. So here I've also brought out some tools and the screws for installing the wastegate lid, which is here. I've prepared it with the pneumatic fitting and also some liquid sealant on the top hole here. And then we have the boost solenoid and some banana peels, but the boost solenoid is in its bracket, which I made reverse. I intended the solenoid to be on the other side, but whatever. Since I already have these spade connectors on, I will simply use that to connect it for now, and then once it's through MOT I will go over a bunch of different electronics and take care of this, for example. So that's ready to go in, and that's ready to go in, and I will use some heat sleeve for the pneumatic hoses, and also these are the pins for the front brake calipers that I incorrectly bought first many years ago. So I will install these. So I have just come back from underneath my Supra. I'm a bit sweaty and dirty, but the wastegate lid is on and my arms are killing me. And thankfully I don't have the tougher spring, the 1 bar spring. It's only the 0.6. But yeah, with the height that I have the car off the ground and the tension of the spring and trying to get the screws in, it was a pain, but here it is. So here it sits, the lid is back on, and pneumatic fitting is hopefully out of harm's way, but if I get a branch coming underneath then it might rip it off. But I would set up the boost solenoid so that the fail-safe is to return to spring pressure. So yeah. Whew. I still need to, as you can see, no you can't, or maybe you can, yeah. So the one the screw in the middle right now, it doesn't have any washers, and that's because I wanted extra thread height in order to get the lid back on. So I will finish that now. So I'm currently sitting in my Supra and it's time to try to start it. So here we have my laptop logging. And there went the automatic fuse. It's alive! So as you can see, we are now up and running, but we're running quite rich, but we are still in warm-up enrichment. I think the idle is quite high also. The noise is coming from the power steering pump, but that's okay. Quite a lot of advance currently. Yes! The problem was that the injectors, they didn't want to open, so I had to connect 12 volts to them directly and tap a few times, then they would come to life. So now it's running on all cylinders. So another very late evening in the garage, but for very good reason, since the Supra is started. It's always a nice feeling, or an incredible feeling, when you get to start your engine for when it's been down for a very long time. So in case you didn't hear me before, the injectors didn't want to open, so I had to shock them a bit by manually applying 12 volts, and eventually they started to click and then it would run. I was a bit stumped in the beginning because the only thing I've touched is the fuel system basically. So yeah, but I figured it out. So now it's just the idle, which is a bit high, so I need to work a bit on that. But in order to go to the MOT the day after next, we need to install the front left inner fender, steering stops, adjust them, adjust toe, torque the drive shaft nuts, the big ones out close to the hubs, and install side view mirrors, door handles, and passenger seat. So basically things that on their own take not very much time, but in combination it will take forever. But we are making good progress. So I saw some scratches on the paint. Yeah, I'm very tired, sweaty, and a bit hungry, but very pleased with the result of today. Yeah, I will take the tuning laptop home and have a look at the data and see if I can find something obvious. But until the next episode, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.